Today is the beginning of the Bene Cup, a new competition, the new baby of the federation. After 8 years playing with the national team and 1 year spent in Argentina, Nicolas Meeùs is now working for the federation. He received us in Brussels and speaks about his experience, his ideas, and for sure, about the Bene Cup. Nicolas, you're a great player here in Belgium, sure, but you are also the General Secretary of the Federation. It's quite new. Can you explain?
Yeah, it's been a bit more than a year now. We got elected on the 7th of July 2017 by the clubs. Yeah, we just completed our first full season. We learned a lot from it, made some mistakes, of course, but also carried some projects. And among those projects, the one that actually gathers us today, the Bene Cup.
And what was your project to be elected?
The project itself. Well, we needed really a national vision, a national project gathering everyone, no matter what level of rugby you talk about. And so we needed at least a mid-term project that would unite everyone around a passion that we share.
And you say that it was natural for you to work for the federation after your career.
Yeah, that's right. Well, when you play for your country, of course, it's an amazing pride. I couldn't help liking it, but at some point I felt I had done my work on the field. Okay, the youngsters were ready, they were mature. All the investment, the human investment I made to those young talents actually paid off and was paying off, and I was seeing it, and I didn't feel that useful anymore on the pitch. I felt like it was time to give them the lead on their future. And I don't know why, but it's a mystery of life, and it's part of its magic, I think. But during those last months within the group, we exchanged with some of the old players, and the same frustrations we've been having for years. Okay, the same expectations that weren't met actually in terms of high performance were still there after 8 years. So I said to myself, well, Nicolas, you're young, okay. I discussed, as I said, with Salvatore. Yeah, he aspired to be involved in building a better rugby in Belgium.
One of the concretizations of your projects is the Bene Cup, the creation of the Bene Cup. What kind of competition is it?
Well, the Bene Cup, this kind of competition has already been created in the past. We had the ING Cup, okay, between top clubs of the Netherlands and Belgium. Then, for some reason, it disappeared. Then the North Sea Cup came back. Okay, I had the pleasure to play it with my club, Kituro. But there it wasn't only the Netherlands and Belgium, it was also with the top clubs of Germany. But there was a huge gap between those semi-professional clubs and the Dutch and Belgian clubs. So again, it didn't work. And after a personal experience I've had abroad in Argentina, and because I was involved as board member, as volunteer for the Belgian Rugby Federation, I thought, okay, what I saw in Argentina may actually offer the keys to a successful Bene Cup.
And this competition is made to improve the general level of the rugby in Belgium.
Exactly, because we take the top 4 clubs of Belgium, the top 4 clubs of the Netherlands, and we gather them to play a competition that is more a tournament on 4 weekends with 2 pools, as they do in Argentina in the province of Buenos Aires, and then the 2 first one of each pool play the final, okay? But what's interesting is that the idea is not only to involve those clubs, it's to create what I would call a high-performance aspiration. So if you have the top 4 clubs of each country playing the Bene Cup, then you must do something with the other ones, okay? Because the idea is not that the train only involves those top clubs. Otherwise, it has no sense. The Bene Cup of next year, the idea is that those bottom 4 clubs of the first division in Belgium play to maintain, okay, with the top 4 clubs of second division, of the second national division. And at the beginning, there will be a gap, as there is right now. All the people that know a bit of rugby in Belgium, they know there's a gap between those bottom 4 clubs and the top 4 clubs in second division. But a long time, because this project is creating that high performance aspiration, the top clubs of second division will start to get stronger in their staff, in terms of players, and slowly I think the gap will get reduced.
Why the high performance is so important for you?
Our dream, of course, is to qualify for the World Cup in 2023 in Paris, in France. We need to retain our talents, our high potentials. And what's happening right now, all the high potentials, they leave. They leave to France, they leave to the UK, to Ireland, mostly in France. And they go to clubs that are not of that high level, except several ones that are really the toppest players. And then they don't actually study anything, or if they do, they sort of sacrifice their life for rugby, while there might not be any tomorrow for them in rugby, in top rugby. And so if we manage to improve the level here of our domestic league, even with an amateur system, okay, with little incentives in the clubs, well, then we can improve the level of our domestic league, and we can feed better the national squad, okay, the Black Devils, and that would avoid to be that dependent as we are right now to players playing in France or in other countries.
What about the women's?
To be totally honest, we wanted to organize this year a final with the top team in Belgium and the top team in the Netherlands. Thing is, we can't chase 2 rabbits at the same times, okay? And the thing is, we already had domestic league games for the women at the day of the final on the 22nd of September. But it's something we want to include, of course. Something we want to build at the same, along the men's Bene Cup. We want to build something with the Dutch, and they really agreed on it with the women, of course. Our women are performing right now. Our Bell Sevens is just, if I can say a word about them, they're right now in Kazan, okay, in Russia. They've just arrived today after a heavy day. Okay, I won't enter into details, but I think they should have arrived right now, and they're playing the top six of Europe in sevens. I mean, this is, if we don't consider that as being high performance, then we have no idea of what we're doing. So yeah, that would be the next step.
And you think that the final of the Bene Cup will be held in Belgium or in Netherlands?
Hopefully for us, and because Brussels was drawn, in Brussels, hopefully. And I personally hope that we will have one Belgian club and one Dutch club. That would be a dream, because it would make a Bene Cup final. Okay, if we have 2 Belgian clubs, I won't complain. Let's be honest. But I want it to be a Bene Cup final. That would be our dream.